Hey folks, welcome to another video. We got a great one for you today. We're at a $1.4 million net worth. We're tracking the road to financial independence on the channel. Thank you for being here. If you're new to the channel, welcome. What I am doing is cataloging my road to financial independence. I've been investing since 2009, and my next milestone is a $1.5 million and then $2 million net worth. And so appreciate you coming along, and thank you for all those supporting the channel. We just started just a few weeks ago. We're already at 26 subs, but we got to talk about this. Listen, folks, the war in Iran has not ended, and it never ended. And I've been saying this for some time now. There's going to be an indefinite, prolonged tit for tat that goes on between Iran and the United States and Israel. It's not a, hey, we signed a peace deal and this is over. This is going to go on for a while. And so what that means is, and the standard playbook is, Trump will say, I'm going to retaliate, and he'll set a date to it. And then he'll back off right up at that date, and then the market will rebound. That's what's been going on. It's the same cycle over and over again, and it's going to continue. So what does that mean? How do you invest in that environment? Well, that means for me, I'm going to keep buying, especially on the pullbacks we get from this geopolitical news. I'm going to be buying according to how I set up the portfolio strategy, which is built for exact conflicts like this. This portfolio is built on a core of the S&P 500 and then growth with satellite companies like the Mag 7. We've got also dividend income paying stocks and ETFs. We also have hedges in commodities and precious metals and Bitcoin. So that's how the portfolio is set up. And today, my weekly buys, I set it and forget it. It's on automation. I don't even have to think about it. I'm buying in $5,000 a month. Every single week I'm buying. So today I picked up Apple, Bitcoin, Meta, Pepsi, which is a better price than Coke, by the way, American Express, Google, Caterpillar, SCHD, Microsoft, and I picked up O, which is a REIT, Amazon, M, and MasterCard. I didn't even show all the buys that I had today. These are just some of them. Physical Gold, Broadcom, Tesla, QQQM, VDE, Amazon. VDE is that Vanguard Energy ETF I love for hedging. I bought Texas Roadhouse. I bought Meta again. I bought some MO, more SCHD, VTI, and VUG. So we had a lot of buys today, and I don't even think I captured them all. I had some other buys as well. So we're buying every single week. All right, here we go. QQQI is a new one that I've added. I started this position today, but I'm starting this for a high yield dividend ETF. We got Visa and a few other dividend growth stocks. So those are the buys today. Now let's shift gears over to part of my thesis for hyperscalers. So you look at a chart like this and it has semiconductor companies. This is the generational transfer and free cash flow. So what does that mean? What's happening is the Mag 7 is investing heavily in semiconductor companies, okay? And so the cash flows of semiconductor companies in part is being boosted because of the investment that the Mag 7 is taking, also known as hyperscalers. So the hyperscaler cash flow is going down because of all of the capital that they're putting into the semiconductor space because of the AI supercycle build out. Now there's other reasons why semiconductor companies' cash flow is mooning as well. And that is because of supply and demand, because of the price and the supply chain breakdowns of chips. The price of chips has gone up because the demand has gone up, and because of the fact that the supplies are limited and supply chain disruptions, this causes basically the profitability of these companies to skyrocket, and it gives them a lot more cash flow. So that's exactly what's going on here. And I look at this as I'm overweight on the Mag 7. Now it's including Oracle in here as a hyperscaler. And if in the pure sense of hyperscaler, we're talking about the companies that are building out, server farms. They're building out the infrastructure. And I can tell you that I don't think Oracle is as good as a buy as the Mag 7 is, and that's because of debt. And Oracle just has too much debt. And so also it's not as good as a business in terms of fundamentals, in terms of the moats and the scalability of these other businesses here. So if you look at a company like Amazon, here's an example. Key point here. If you look at Amazon, you think packages, you think, they've got a grocery store, but what is a core component of their business? It is AWS, their cloud services. It now makes up 21% of their whole total revenue, and it's continuing to balloon up. And so this is one of the reasons why I'm so bullish on a company like Amazon, is because of the cloud. And if you listen to Jeff Bezos, anything he says lately, you ask him what kind of company is Amazon, he says it's an AI company. He says 95% AI company. And so that's why I'm super bullish on Amazon and the Mag 7 altogether, because I believe there's going to be a revolution like we've never seen, bigger than the Industrial Revolution, bigger than the internet, through AI. And I think we're in the second inning. That's my whole thesis for buying the Mag 7. And plus, we're getting really cheap discounts right now. I mean, if you look at NVIDIA's revenue plus forward PE, this is the cheapest, and from a valuation standpoint, that NVIDIA has been since 2019. So it's very cheap to buy one of the best companies, arguably the best company in the world. And so I'm positioned heavily in terms of any one positions. If you open up the hood of my portfolio, he said, show me what position do you have your highest weight on. It's NVIDIA. NVIDIA has the highest weight in my overall portfolio. It's somewhere between 5 and 10%. I don't know exactly because there's in a couple of different accounts. But it's the number one position. And I don't go over 10% in the overall portfolio because of risk management. But NVIDIA is, it's super cheap right now. I talked about Meta and Microsoft. Those are two other super cheap companies right now. And I'm considering actually taking my brokerage account and repositioning it to put even more weight into the Mag 7. And so that's how I'm positioning the portfolio. And someone said the other night, for retirement accounts, just buy ETFs and index funds. That's all you need. Don't buy individual stocks. I see I understand the point of that kind of a statement, but I think that it's okay to add individual positions to a retirement account as well. I don't think they have to be the biggest part of the portfolio. They don't have to be the core. They're not in mine, but I don't see any problem from a risk standpoint of having NVIDIA and Amazon and Google and Microsoft and Meta and Tesla and SpaceX and Bitcoin in a retirement account. I think that, it's good to be diversified, and I'm not saying to load up on any one company, but I don't think you have to be all index funds or all ETFs. It can be both and this age-old debate of stocks or ETFs or index funds or stocks, and it's both, especially in a brokerage account. So for a brokerage account, I saw this earlier, and it's kind of trendy right now to follow these accounts on Twitter, where you have these guys, they're basically swing trading individual stocks, and they pick a stock and they go all in their account. And here's what I'll say about this: you got to be really careful about doing this kind of a thing when you go all in on one company, because you're basically just gambling. That's not even investing. That's like, you might as well go to Vegas and just play blackjack and put the whole house on black or whatever. And I think this is trendy right now, but you got to be really careful. And if you look at the people who are doing this, the accounts, they have, $5-10 million portfolios. And so for them going all in with $30, $40, $50,000, it's a drop in the bucket for them. It's less than 1% of their overall net worth. So for them to, when they're saying, I'm going all in, what they're doing is just trying to get a following on Twitter and get subscribers so that they can create cash flow using Twitter when they're putting out their quote, I just bought this and went all in. It's called grifting is what it is. And eventually, if you try doing this, you will blow up your account. I mean, it's very unlikely that you will be able to grow an account with this sort of a strategy and a style. It's the complete opposite of everything that I've done to grow a net worth of $1.4 million. So just wanted to mention this and hope you guys are doing well out there. We're going to keep going on the road to financial independence. Going to hit the 1.5 milestone, at least by the end of the year. That's the goal. And then to $2 million into next year. So, well, folks, hope you have a good day, and we'll catch you in the next one.